You ever walk into a really cool, beautifully designed store or space and just think, wow, how did they even come up with this? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on that exact process. We're going to follow the journey of one idea for a commercial space, all the way from a simple scribble to a stunning photorealistic vision. Let's get into it.
So check this out. This is where we're headed. A gorgeous, elegant fragrance booth, right? It's full of light, beautiful curves, and all these sophisticated details. You can almost imagine walking right up to that counter. But this super polished image, it's the end of the story. The beginning was, well, a lot simpler.
So, to see how we get there, we're going to follow 5 key steps. First up is that initial spark of an idea. Then, we'll see how that sketch gets turned into a technical blueprint. After that, the really fun part, bringing it to life in 3D. We'll also explore how different styles can totally change everything. And finally, we'll see how the power of a brand ties it all together.
You know that feeling when you walk into a space and it just makes you feel something? Maybe it's awe or comfort or excitement. Well, every single one of those spaces starts right here. Not with building materials, but with just a single foundational idea trying to get out into the world.
And this is often what it looks like. Seriously, a quick, kind of messy, energetic sketch. Notice how it's not about perfection at all. It's about capturing the essential stuff. You can see the basic layout, right? The curved counter, the shelves in the back, spots for ads. There are even little stick figures to get a sense of scale. This is like the raw DNA of the entire design.
Okay, so from that first raw sketch, the idea starts to evolve, to grow up a little. In this more detailed drawing, that initial energy gets focused. The shapes are cleaner, the logo's more defined, and you can start to feel a real sense of depth and style coming through. The artistic vision is really starting to take shape now, moving from just a simple layout to an actual aesthetic.
An artistic vision is fantastic, right? But you can't exactly hand that drawing to a builder and say, make this. The next stage is absolutely crucial, translating that creative concept into a technical plan that people can actually use to build.
And this is it. The AutoCAD drawing. This is where the art gets grounded in solid reality. We can still see all the core ideas from the sketch, the curved counter, the arches, but now they are defined with absolute precision. This plan maps out everything, like how customers will move through the space, it specifies materials, it notes exactly where the logos go, it makes sure the whole thing actually works in the real world.
And for anyone who's not in the biz, the tool for this is CAD, which stands for Computer-Aided Design. You can think of it as the universal language that allows a designer's vision to be perfectly understood by the people who are going to build it. It's the bridge that connects imagination to actual fabrication.
Okay, so we've got the art and we've got the science. Now we get to the part that honestly just feels like pure magic, taking that flat, two-dimensional blueprint and turning it into a world you can almost step right into.
I mean, just look at this leap. On the left, you have the technical blueprint. That's the skeleton of the project. And on the right, the 3D render. This is where light, texture, materials, and just the whole vibe come into play. It's not just a plan anymore. It's a vision of the final experience. It lets the client see exactly what they're getting before a single thing is built.
This is the moment, right here, where the abstract idea becomes something tangible, and a technical document turns into an emotional space. It's probably the most powerful tool for getting everyone on the same page and really excited about what's to come.
But here's where it gets really interesting. What if the client wanted a totally different vibe? One of the most powerful things about the design process is that a single functional layout can be dressed up in completely different clothes, so to speak, to send a totally new message.
Take a look at this. It's the same fundamental layout, a booth with a counter and some shelves, but the feeling is completely different, isn't it? This version is so sleek, modern, and bold. The dark materials, the clean lines, that focused lighting, it creates a whole new identity.
And when you put them side by side, you can really see these two wildly different personalities. On the left, the design feels open, inviting, kind of classic. On the right, it feels way more exclusive, modern, almost high-tech. But here's the key. This isn't just about looking different. It's about making the customer feel something completely different.
So let's break down the psychology here a bit. The curved elegance design. It uses soft lines and bright light. Our brains are just wired to see curves as safe, natural, and welcoming, so it creates this sense of comfort. But the black design uses sharp angles and high contrast. That triggers a totally different response. It feels powerful, sophisticated, a little bit mysterious. It tells you this is a premium, cutting-edge product. The real art here is choosing the visual language that speaks right to your target customer.
And you know, the exploration doesn't just stop at two options. Designers will often create a bunch of variations, like this one, which plays with a more angular form. Why? Well, because a layout like this might encourage a faster, more direct path to the counter, a completely different kind of customer interaction. The whole process is about testing all these possibilities to find the perfect fit for the brand's goal.
So we've covered the layout, the form, and the style. But there's one last, absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle that ties everything together and gives the design its ultimate purpose, the brand identity.
Look closely here. Notice how the logo isn't just slapped on the wall as an afterthought? No way. It's a three-dimensional object, it's integrated right into the structure, and its metallic finish perfectly matches the booth's premium feel. This tells the customer, without saying a single word, that this brand is established, confident, and cares about every single last detail.
I love this quote from Joe Sperano. It really hits the nail on the head. Good design is obvious. Great design is transparent. When a design is truly great, you don't even notice all the individual decisions. The layout, the materials, the branding, it all just works together so seamlessly that the feeling it creates feels totally effortless. It's transparent. So, I want to leave you with this. The next time you walk into a store or a lobby or even just a coffee shop, just take a second. Look around and ask yourself, what story is this design trying to tell me? How do the shapes, the light, and the materials make me feel? Because now you know, none of it is an accident. It's all by design.